straight up one shot.
2 years ago, I flew to Malaysia for the Rainforest Challenge, and you guys kept saying one thing. You've got to check out Borneo Safari. Huh, I guess you guys knew something that I didn't. So here I am, once again 10,000 miles away from home, in the world's oldest rainforest. And this time, I'm doing it alone.
That means you and I are going on this adventure together.
8 days of extreme off-roading, river crossings, and winching through the night. Sleeping in a hammock while the monsoon season does its thing.
Let's just hope there's no crocodiles in here. Bugs everywhere. Nature wants to kill me.
And here's the truth. The jungle really isn't the scariest part about all this. It's the distance, the humidity, and the unknown.
Alright, the first little drama has already started, and that is that my bag didn't arrive. So I gave up 2 different bags, one with like all my stuff in it and one just kind of a overflow bag, so I have an extra duffel bag when we go in the jungle. That one arrived. The main bag did not arrive. Hey! Oh man, the jungle weather.
Borneo is the 3rd largest island on Earth, split between Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. I'm in Sabah on the Malaysian side, and I just landed in Kota Kinabalu, the capital. Borneo isn't just one culture, it is a mix of indigenous tribes and people from all over Asia. Sabah is a place where different religions and traditions live side by side. And tomorrow, 600 vehicles from all over the world will disappear into the jungle together. Different languages, different backgrounds, but with the same passion, the same mindset, and the same goal in mind.
Alright guys, I freaking made it. I am in my hotel room, which is extremely nice by the way. It just looks like I am very far away from home, and I absolutely love it. Look at this freaking view, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I am so pumped. If this freaking luggage would show up, that is the only thing that's in the back of my head now. Kind of killing the vibe a little bit because I'm stressing over it. My hammock is in there, all of my clothes are in there, everything I need to survive in the jungle is in that freaking bag. Alright, time to go explore a little bit. I'm walking out of my hotel right now. This is what I'm seeing. Pretty freaking cool. It is raining though. It is monsoon season here, so it's raining every single day. I'm pretty sure we're going to be dealing with hardcore rain every single day. Reza and I are now going to a fish market here. Gonna be interesting for sure. Check this out. They have stingrays. Wild. So you can basically just walk around here and just pick the fish you want and they grill it for you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Still alive.
Yeah, they're all still alive. Yeah, it doesn't get any fresher than that. The fishing boats are literally right behind us, docked right next to the market. The fish comes straight from the boat onto this market. You pick your fish, your crab, your oyster, your lobster, whatever you want. Definitely gonna find something that I haven't had before. Parrotfish, yeah, I see the mouth. Literally looks like a parrot. Okay, now we wait. So now we're gonna get a lobster, a parrotfish, and some squid. Ooh, okay, so that's our parrotfish, and this is our squid. Oh my god, I'm excited. Alright, let's try a little piece of this. So, here's our parrotfish. Oh wow. Wow, that is good. The barbecue sauce is different. Yeah, the meat is more solid. Like, it's not as flaky and soft as normal fish. Okay, so now the steamed half of our parrotfish has arrived, and our lobster, which I'm gonna dive into now. Cheers, bud. That might be the best lobster I've ever had. All right, guys, a little surprise after dinner. Reza just took me over to a shop that is absolutely legendary in entire Southeast Asia, honestly. They were one of the shops on the forefront of building these crazy jungle cars, and they've been around for decades and are famous, very, very famous in this part of the world for building just badass jungle cars. So now we're here and we're checking some of this stuff out. The guys are doing barbecue right now, grilling some lamb chops on the grill, and I get to check out some of these rigs. So this is an older rig. It's been around for a couple years. Got a Honda K24 with a turbo on it. Front and rear steer, pretty freaking cool. Fabricated housings and a massive red winch in the back. See the red winch hiding in the back? This is an electric pump for the hydraulic. So basically to ensure that that it can still steer even though the motor is dead. Chops are done now. Now they moved over to chicken feet. I have never had chicken feet in my life when they're trying to convince me to eat one of those things. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, we're doing this. Okay. Chicken foot. It's hard. How do you eat it?
Just eat like the outer skin.
The outer skin?
Yeah, the skin, the bone.
Okay.
This one.
Tastes like chicken. I thought you were actually eating the toes, but I mean they're rock hard. You're just eating the little bit of meat that's on there. Cheers.
Chicken foot, good.
Yeah, Losai Engineering here. These guys have been pumping out these kind of builds for decades and been kind of been a trendsetter for this style of car. What motor is this?
4JJ, what is this? Isuzu D-Max.
And then here when you look into the interior, also pretty wild. The airbox obviously comes all the way inside the cab, so it doesn't suck any water. This one is not running a PTO, but it's got running 2 gigaping winches, both in the rear. One is feeding this way, one is feeding underneath the car to the front.
These rigs are 100% purpose-built for the jungle. Different terrain demands different machines. Going on 34 years, Borneo Safari is the longest-running off-road event in Southeast Asia and long known to be one of the toughest. Every year, teams from around the world take on hundreds of miles through the world's oldest rainforest. But what makes this event different? It is not just about the racing. Borneo Safari has 2 categories, competition class and adventure class. Rainforest Challenge was all about racing. Borneo Safari is about survival. Here, every vehicle from purpose-built race cars to heavy overland rigs, everyone has to conquer the exact same relentless route through the jungle.
Guys, today is the day for tech inspection here in Borneo. I'm gonna give you guys a really cool walk around of the cars here. Some of the parts that I can find that are unique to this event capture the entire vibe of this phenomenal event. I am so freaking hyped to be here. So let's freaking go. All right, the first one that caught my eye is this absolutely gorgeous Suzuki Samurai. Freaking, so we're looking at, this is a very common setup here in Malaysia or all over Southeast Asia. Those are Volvo portal axles. And yeah, then you see you have the fairlead coming out to the center of the axle from the PTO winch that is all the way in the back, and it's feeding underneath the car here to this little guy. When the winching is done and the cable is still outside, they're gonna take the end of the cable and the co-driver can just throw it over here, and as soon as the winch line is spooled all the way in, this lever will pull down, which the driver will be able to see. That is the indicator for the driver to know that it's done winching and the winch line is all spooled up again. That way, in the meantime, the co-driver can jump back in the car and get seat belted in, and he doesn't have to wait until all the winch line is spooled back in. Very, very common here. You see it on almost every car. Then what else can we see here? Here, this is where the magic happens. This is what the Asians call a God winch, but basically it's a PTO winch, so it's a gear-driven winch. As you can see, you have a differential with a drive shaft
that is going all the way into the transfer case, and then the driver can basically take the transmission out of gear, select the PTO drive, and then as the faster the engine spins or the more gas you give it to the motor, the faster the winch is pulling you. So it's a gear-driven mechanical winch that is just absolutely crazy. You can maybe also see here from the cars in the lineup that a certain design of a car has really dominated the market here. You know, it's a proven design to build the cars the way they're built, and they may look similar to you on first glance, but obviously underneath it is where the magic happens, and they're extremely different when you start looking underneath it. When it comes to axle setups, engine setups, and all that stuff, they're all very unique. It is so hot and humid here, guys, you have no idea. I am sweating. All right, here's a couple of vendors, suspension companies. Crazy. So cool to see, man. The vendor show goes on in both directions. Pretty wild, man. He has all kinds of camping supplies, cookers, Yeti coolers, Liao tire. Never heard. Looks like a trap. Look at that.
Otani's made in Thailand.
Oh, you know them?
Otani's been around for a long time.
Really?
Unfortunately, like the import tax in Thailand is really expensive, so they end up making their own designs. So it's good rubber, good compound.
Dude, it's super soft.
Yeah.
Super soft. Crazy. And here we got more camping gear and camping supplies. It's like a whole ecosystem here, man. Who's here, guys? Casey Highlights. Very, very cool. Very cool. Dude, these guys definitely win the Haircut of the Year award. Check this out. You gain American citizenship instantly when you walk up with that. Yeah, this is tech inspection here, so the cars drive in, and then they have this entire team checking out the car, making sure it fulfills all the requirements and safety standards that they have. Map here of the stuff that you need. They are not a fan of having any kind of metal object connected to their winch line because they pull so incredibly fast that it would just be dangerous to have any kind of metal object on the end. So they are all just loops. So every winch line just ends in a loop. So that allows them to run this recovery tool here, which is an S-hook. So winch line goes in one side, tree saver goes in the other side, and they go. Man, also a massive winch in the back. Dual motor 24 volt winch, and then also a PTO winch right behind it. Look at this thing. What is this? Yeah, they kind of look like a Land Rover, but it's definitely Chinese or something. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. I've got a full video coming out soon breaking down the builds of this event, and I'm taking you inside some of the shops that build these jungle cars. So make sure you subscribe. Class right here. Some of these other cars here that you see behind me are cars for the adventure class. So also this one right here, super cool. Wild. And now, once tech is done, it is game on. Flag off is tomorrow, and that is when we will leave civilization and start the long push into the jungle. It is flag off day today. There's apparently over 600 vehicles. This is the official start of the 2025 Borneo Safari. This is freaking insane. Crazy.
Morning.
Nissan Patrols, Land Cruisers, Isuzu D-Maxes. It's definitely the cars that are ruling here in the adventure class. Like, look at this stuff. Like, all cool builds, every single one of them. You can see the adventure class vehicles are completely different caliber. It's a much bigger class with a much more vehicles participating. A lot of Land Cruisers. This country loves Land Cruisers. I can't believe it. The first Jeep here. Good old CJ7. Of course, on Toyota axles. Look at this guy. Hello, old friend. Pinky, this car was also participating in the Rainforest Challenge when we were there in 2023. The original owner is from Borneo, so not surprised to see it here, but I did hear that they just changed the motor from the turbo power 2UZ to an LS, which is looking out of here. Guys, this thing is absolutely rowdy.
So this is gonna be my media car for the next couple of days. It's a BJ60, I think, is what this thing is called. Okay, the flag off has officially began. And just like that, we're on the road. But first, one last supply run, because once we leave town, we have to live off what we got. Okay, first little pit stop. Let's buy a couple of things to survive in the jungle. So they have the original Red Bulls here, which is kind of cool. Have you guys ever seen that? That is the original Red Bull before what we had. They look like that. They have a little less carbonation and are way stronger. Let's see what else they have. This is crazy. Like Mountain Dew. Black is what it's called. Grape citrus flavor. Dried squid, anyone?
Just in case.
Just in case. Okay, we're all done with grocery shopping. Will just sent me a video. So sad that he couldn't make it, but let's see what he has to say.
All right, dude, you're going all the way to Malaysia to the Borneo event, which I hate that I'm missing. So, because of that, I'm gonna give you 10 missions, and you need to do at least 9 of these missions. Otherwise, I'm gonna come up with some crazy idea for you to do if you don't complete these 9 missions. At least 9 out of these 10.
I'm scared already, so let's find out what these 10 missions are all about. Shower in a river or under a waterfall. Eat something that scares you. Eat a meal in the jungle with a stranger. Drive a local's vehicle. Learn 5 local words and use them correctly. Get at least one of these on camera. Monkey, elephant, or snake. Set up your hammock in 3 epic spots. Join a local's dance or tradition. Successfully spot a car through an obstacle. And get 3 rare Hot Wheels for Will. Okay, Will, all right. Okay, so the deal is I have to complete at least 9 of those 10 missions. Otherwise, I have to do some sort of punishment on our next adventure, which I really don't want to do. That guy's always going to come up with some crazy stuff. So, super bummer that he couldn't make it on this trip. But with those 10 missions, he's going to be with me in spirit. You know what I mean? So, let's hope I can manage to complete at least 9 of those 10 missions. So, let's go. Those of you that are wondering, yes, my luggage finally arrived the night before we left. Until here, it was a 5-hour drive already. We left Kota Kinabalu and pushed nearly 300 miles, climbing about 1,500 feet in elevation, just to reach the first special stage. Yeah, they're already driving here. This is wild. This is literally right off the road, right over here. Prologue coasters here are very, very fast. None of these are made to break cars or to, get them in any kind of tricky situations. This is literally driving skill. How fast can you make it through the course? So this guy just completed the course in 37 seconds. Our special stage was built to put on a show for the spectators, a taste of what these rigs can do, and to sort out all the cars that will not stand a chance in the real jungle. But this is nothing compared to what's about to come. I didn't get to film a whole lot from the Prologue, I says, because we arrived pretty late. We got lost on the way here and lost a bunch of time. Kind of grabbed the tail end of it, and yeah, anyways, now I am walking towards our campground. Apparently, we're already camping tonight. I had no idea. I thought that tonight is going to be another night of some middle of nowhere hotel, but apparently not. We're camping tonight. Alright guys, an awesome first day is coming to an end. So with that being said, I'm going to call it a night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning everybody. Oh man, early morning. Man, they started getting up here around like 4:45, 5 a.m. is when I started hearing people. Because we're heading into the jungle this morning. Deep into the jungle for the first SS. Apparently the original route has a river crossing that is completely flooded right now, and the water is apparently too high to cross, but I don't know. They're gonna have a meeting here in a little bit and discuss if we're gonna risk it or drive around it. How'd you sleep, my friend?
Sleep doesn't exist.
Sleep doesn't exist? Oh man, I slept like a baby, man.
I fell asleep on my left side and I woke up and it was like numb.
Every 2-3 hours I usually woke up in these things and had a numb shoulder and completely uncomfortable.
Yep.
So
Brings back memories.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have certain nights where you're gonna win because it's gonna be harder for me to set this thing up, and there's gonna be nights where I'm gonna have a lot better sleep. So we'll see. We'll see who wins at the end of the day and who made the better call here. But yeah, no risk, no fun. All right, time to roll out. Let's head into the jungle. Okay, I just heard through the radio that there's a river crossing, and oh my god. That is a river crossing. Holy cow. Oh, please, let's try that. That is freaking crazy. Alright, I want to see that. That is freaking nuts. Alright, now it's our turn. Here we go. Yeah! Made it. How did that feel?
Nice. Good job.
Absolutely epic. What is that?
Sorry, we want to be by it's your busy pastime.
What is this?
This is kind of a local fruit. There's a jungle fruit.
A jungle fruit?
We call this love fruit. Love fruit.
Or tree tomato.
This one we call like lychee in jungle.
Oh my god.
This one is called lychee.
Super sweet. The
You can squeeze the flesh out as well. The flesh
Yeah.
is quite nice.
the shell is sour and the flesh is sweet.
Okay.
Apparently there's a collapsed bridge.
means wheeling.
Indonesia just flew the drone all the way down there, and it's a bridge completely collapsed. So I'm gonna go
They
walk
said
my.
something about winching down there, so I'm in.
You want to walk down there? Check it out. These guys right here are the true heroes of the jungle, man. Driving these freaking semi-trucks loaded to the very top with palm oil all the way through the jungle on these kind of roads is freaking gnarly, man. Damn. Okay. Oh, man. That is a big hole. Oh, that guy down there. All messed up. And a big log going across. That's where he's stuck on that log. Oh, he broke.
broken. Broken. Went full send, and when he slammed down, he must broke a hub or something, but the passenger, well, for us driver side tire was completely locked. The pace that this is going, we're going to be until dark. This is gonna be a party all night long, guys, I'm gonna tell you. It's a really cool scenario, I gotta say. The whole like broken down bridge and everybody's got to work together, get these rigs through here. Pretty freaking cool. Only downside is too many cars. Way too many cars for this kind of scenario. But I gotta say, the boys here, everybody, man, like they are relentless. Like they keep on pushing. As night fell, there was still a massive number of vehicles waiting to get across. And this isn't even the competition yet. This is just the route to reach it. From support trucks to medical crew to full-blown race cars, everyone has to survive this journey just to make it to the next campsite and special stages. It is a brutal wear and tear on man and machine. Over 3 hours. But things are moving, and I think I can see my guy, so we're getting there. I think he's scared about his transmission.
Oh, really?
That was making questionable noises earlier. Hey!
Marvin, how are you?
How are you doing? All good?
Good.
Let's go.
Easy.
Friend.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm soaking wet from sweat. I'm tired. I just want to get to camp, set up my hammock, and call it a night.
That's how it's done.
Very nice. Alright, so I just borrowed myself a machete and cleared the way over there. So I should be good with my hammock. Found me 2 trees right next to these guys here, so that should be good. These boys have been putting up their freaking jungle castle here with a bunch of winches and ropes. Pretty impressive. Nice. See, winch line going all the way through, connected to the truck on the other side, poles holding it up, and then tying it to all kinds of vehicles on each side.
Yeah. Nam pig mepanom, sweet sambal. Put in the tom yum. Ini dokter.
Boleh ya. Pasir saya tambah. Wallahi, sedap.
Alright, dinner time, boys. Jungle kitchen. Noodles, rice, and meatballs.
Just stay here. What? I'll stay here. You're pulling a chair?
Can't complain. Hot meal.
What are you pulling on?
Perfect.
Daddy, didn't use...
Good morning, everybody. Oh, man, that was a good night. Very peaceful. I slept all the way through, never woke up. Guys, I can't even tell you how happy I am that I brought my Inu hammock with me here to Borneo Safari. This thing is a game changer. Last time we were in the jungle for Rainforest Challenge in 2023, I was so miserable sleeping underneath this big tarp on one of these cots. This, I would say, made this entire experience 50% less miserable. Inu Jungle Nest is the name of this hammock. And then you have the Helios straps that are also part of it, plus the rain tarp. And it all packed in this. Even if you just want to try it out and you don't want to trust it quite yet and you want to bring your regular tent, this does not take up enough space to justify not bringing it. I'm dying. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Oh my god, that already feels great. It's not super cold, but better than nothing. We are in the middle of 3 SS's. We're gonna try to cover as many as possible for today, and it's gonna get harder every single day. Finally! Dude, he freaking went for it. I love it. That guy is gonna make a good time. That guy could freaking drive. That was awesome to watch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Family flat lah.
It is so insane how fast these PTO winches just unspool. The free spool has zero resistance. The driver grabs the cable and just runs with it. The co-drivers here are really the unsung heroes of the sport, man. They are so fast, it's crazy. And they have to run up and down the mountains, into the water, walk out of the water, hook up the winch line. Dude, they have non-stop action. The co-drivers here are nuts. That sucks about these earth anchors. If they don't grip, you just drag the co-driver with the earth anchor across the scenery. Doesn't work well. So rowdy, I love it. Yeah, V8, it's probably 2UZ or something. It revs super fast and super high. I love it. Big turbo on it, right up my alley. I love this thing. Yeah! First one on the entire event to freaking drive that. That is a gnarly, gnarly climb. That is insane. They could not get the earth anchor to bite for the life of them, so they just gave up and freaking sent it. That was awesome. Dude, that is a freaking wall. That is a mud wall with rocks in it, and it goes up, down, and back up. It's freaking insane that he drove that. That was wild.
I never thought I would say that, but my two favorite cars of this competition are both Land Rover Defenders. That sucks. They took the winch out and now are stuck in the middle of the crevice, and I think are too short distance to the tree to winch again, but they're trying. Now they're literally kissing the tree. We'll see how they get out of that one. This tree saver ripped in half. They need some factor 55 over here. Whole tree saver, the loop completely tore up. PTO winches are so scary fast, this is unreal. Alright, he finally made it out there. Good stuff. Oh, I think he timed out. He mowed over the caution tape, so that is a penalty in time, but at least he made it. Really cool to see the driver gets out and helps, just to make things go faster. As you can see, the co-driver is ahead, the driver keeps pulling winch line. Look at his freaking number, that is so cool. That's his name and his start number, it's pretty cool. The PTO line just like drags these cars like a dog on a freaking leash. It's insane. Woo! That almost got me. He went way off course, but it's just a time penalty. And again, he probably saved more time doing that than staying on course. Kakai! Kakai! See, I learned a word, kakai. Kakai means send it. Okay, so I've been practicing my Malay in order to fulfill my list that Will gave me. So I got Nama Saya Marvin, which means my name is Marvin. I got Kaka, which means send it. Jalan Jalan, which means like, let's go, roll on, move on. So the marshal has a walkie-talkie on him, a radio, and the people are just saying this car that's coming is the fastest in the competition. At least that's what the marshals are saying. They seem pretty confident that they're making it, that he's getting strapped in. Woohoo! Oh my god, dude, straight up one shot. And I said he's confident, dude. They did not never get up. That was insane. That was nuts. They really only winched once on this entire thing. And that was on the mandatory at the very beginning, where you dip down, come down into a valley and winch up a 90-degree wall. Bad weather rolled in, so I had to pack up and walk back to camp early. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm beat to hell, everything hurts, and I'm so freaking hot.
warning, guys. Oh my god, it was raining all night long. Everything's wet. Okay, what a night, guys. But the rain tarp did freaking great. Super pumped it. Nothing got wet. Morning, fam. All good?
Morning, bro. You sleep good?
Fuck yeah.
Nice and dry?
Mm-hmm.
Lucky you.
Why? Did it get wet?
Yeah, the moisture was on the tent like that. And it was like raining inside.
Oh no.
So we've got like wet blankets
Oh,
and pillows.
that sucks.
It's not like super wet, but enough to be
I almost
uncomfortable.
overslept. That's how good I slept. I was literally.
I looked over and you're like all arched up. I'm like,
Yeah.
kind of looks comfortable, but kind of like,
No.
still good.
Still very nice. So I guess we're packing up camp now, huh?
Yep, leaving at 9, I think.
At 9?
So the SS is at 8, and then the expedition leader, I think, is leaving at 9, I got told, so.
Oh wow.
Gonna be interesting.
Okay. The fact that I stayed dry all night was while everybody else got soaked. I'm winning here. I'm winning. I made the right call. This is what the whole thing looks like when it's all packed together. So this is rain tarp, hammock, mosquito net, and the Helios straps to hold the hammocks against the tree. Comes in a little dry bag. Can't get any better, man. Alright, we're on our way to the next SS for this morning. We have 2 SS's this morning, and then we're heading deeper into the jungle. Okay, change of plans. We are actually driving onto towards the next campsite already because it's not a long way, but apparently pretty rough. There's a bunch of obstacles that everybody has to overcome, including media cars, support cars, marshals. Everybody has to go through. And in order to not be stuck behind 100 cars again, they send us our way so we can make some progress on this. So all we're missing really is 2 SS's, which is not a big deal. But with all the rain we had last night, this is gonna be really, really difficult to get to our next campsite and the next competition site. Watching this makes you want to experience Borneo Safari for yourself. You actually can. They offer a tourist pass for only $1,100. That includes 2 nights in a hotel before and after the event, transportation throughout the entire week, camping spots, camping gear, plus food and drinks. If you're serious about it, reach out to Reza, one of the organizers. I put his email in the video description below. Okay, the entire convoy is stopped again. Okay, here we are. Let's see. Oh, that looks sketchy. Yep, works. Good to go.
The bridge is bridging. You know? Yeah.
One thing is for sure, that their machetes freaking do some work. What is it? Alright, the ceremony is everybody has to walk over the bridge, make sure it works.
This is the first bridge for today, the decoration of the bridge. Opening ceremony. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Alright, now let's see if it actually holds the weight of all these heavy Land Cruisers loaded up to the gills with gear. Kakai! I learned. Uh-oh. Oh. Alright, the bridge needs some improving. I definitely heard it crack and the logs moved. Oh. This thing just completely crushed through the bridge. I'm telling you, these Land Cruisers are so heavy. And on top of all this mess, it's starting to rain. Oh my god, now the rain is picking up pretty substantially.
Bagus pakai itu. Ini sudah. Ini upa tayo dia. Tengah-tengah dia. Tulak. Lebih bagus begini.
Mr. Bluey is the supervisor.
I'm the what do you call that? Man contractor. Tidak boleh laju.
And he slid off. All right, the 8274 is getting a workout here, pulling these people back. They're gonna use the snatch block just to double the strength of the winch capacity. So, you know, we're on the other side of the world, so different culture, different habits, different rituals. This right here, sort of sacrificed to their gods in order to make this go well. So Borneo Safari always like this?
Like this.
Yeah.
Every year you cannot guess in. How about in front?
Chanchai has the best freaking jungle setup there is. Check out this freaking umbrella. Hey.
You look more than 10 years.
Perfect. This is the perfect media umbrella. You have your hands free. Chanchai is the best person. I've already met him at Rainforest Challenge 2 years ago. He is a legend of the southeastern off-road community. He has been doing media for many years. That man is 74 years old and goes on 10 of these a year all over the world. You definitely don't want that thing to bite you.
Okay,
Sting you, I should say. Okay, so they fixed the bridge again, but all with like leftover lugs that were laying here, and now it looks better than ever. So 2 cars already went through with no problem. Now Elvin, our commander-in-chief, in his heavy 80 series is next. Nice. Didn't even crack or anything. This should be pretty solid now. Okay, here comes my media car. Let's spot him through here to check that off the list. Spotting a car over here. Here, look at me. Made it. Good job, Sam.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job, Mr. Sam.
Yeah.
Didn't fall in. Another river crossing. Oh, I don't know how deep that is. Man, that's pretty. What a gorgeous country, guys. This is beautiful. Dude, we are deep into the jungle, and all of a sudden there's Borneo Safari banners. Freaking wild. Woo! At this point they need 3 anchor cars to get the cars here up because it's so slick and there's so much weight, and the bottom of this is getting more and more dug out. So 3 anchor cars tied to each other to pull 1 car, and it's still sliding them down the hill.
The Borneo front dig, that's what they call it. Okay, here comes Sam. Locker, Sam. With a convoy this big on a narrow jungle trail, there is no way to get around anyone. Just heard through the radio that apparently there is an elephant somewhere on the track. They don't know if it's aggressive or not, but I really hope I get to see it. Okay, I just got out, but it seems like the elephant is already gone. Ah man, that would have been such a bucket list thing for me to see here.
This one is stack on.
Oh.
Morning, Marvin.
Morning.
Morning. Bubur.
Bubur?
What?
Oatmeal with fish?
You have breakfast, Marvin?
I'm good. I'm good. Good morning, Chanchai.
Good morning, Marvin.
Good breakfast?
Very nice breakfast. Chok. We call chok.
Dog?
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, breakfast this morning is not 100% my jam, I'll be honest. It's like oatmeal with sardines and fish heads, which, I mean, you can customize it. It's oatmeal on one side, egg on the other side, and then you can customize it with sardines and fish heads and all kinds of stuff. Not sure if I feel that at, 7 o'clock in the morning. You eating some grits with fish? Or you just opted in for the eggs?
Chicken and eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the congee.
No.
Not my thing this time in the morning.
No, not the vibe? So you get a little bit better sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Glad to hear that.
It's a good spot.
Good night?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sweet, cold.
Cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3-4 a.m.
Yeah. It was very nice last night. Slept like a baby. Okay guys, while we're waiting for the racing to start, I figured this is a good time for me to show you a little bit about my camping setup and how I spent my nights here at the Borneo Safari in the middle of the Borneo Rainforest. My hammock of choice is the Inu Jungle Nest, Eagle's Nest Outfitter Jungle Nest. I've been using this hammock setup for over 18 months now in every imaginable climate, in every terrain, all over the United States and even overseas in countries like Colombia. And I've been absolutely loving it ever since. I will never go back to a tent. I will never go back to a cot. This is by far the best sleep I have ever had camping. For somebody that goes off-roading, this really is one of the best, or in my opinion, the best way to spend your nights. And all you need is either 2 trees, or since we are off-roaders, it makes it even easier. Most of our vehicles have roll cages. You can tie one end to a tree, one end to a roll cage, or you just hang up the hammocks between 2 cars from roll cage to roll cage, and you spend a phenomenal night. You don't have to worry about the terrain you're sleeping in. You don't have to worry about it being uneven or rocky or any of that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter since you're elevated and away from the ground. So all of those are huge selling points in my opinion to switch to hammock camping, and I'm telling you guys, this is the best sleep you will get out in the woods, out in the jungle, out in the desert, no matter where you are. These Helios straps are super small, super lightweight, and also packaged to nothing. So huge shout out to Inu Eagle's Nest Outfitters for supporting this trip. And don't think that I'm only telling you guys this because they're supporting this trip. I've been rocking this setup for over 18 months, and now I can proudly announce Inu stepped up to support my journey here to the Borneo Safari. So I want to give you guys a little bit more of a detailed review. I've read a bunch of your comments before that you guys wanted to know a little bit more about my camping setup, so here we are. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want more information, I'll throw a link in the description below.
Yeah, it only hurts a little bit.
Okay.
It's like a taser.
He's got a leech on his arm.
Got you?
Yeah. Sudah.
Guys, we're waiting for the SS to start. It is so freaking hot today. I am completely drenched in sweat. Sweat running into my eyes.
Yes.
Today, the struggle is real today, guys. Between the heat, the humidity, leeches, snakes, we have it all here.
Elephants.
Elephants.
You might see kangaroos.
But they make...
Kangaroos coming.
Chanchai, you warm?
Very hot. But in Thailand, we have 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Hot, hotter, hottest. Better than this, than here.
I love that guy. Little off day by the river.
Way too hot to be standing around when there's a nice river we could be floating around in.
Exactly. Day 5, I guess. This is Job. Job is from India. If you guys want to check out what off-roading looks like in India, check out Off-Road Challenge. That's this guy. Okay, we made it to the river. Can't complain. Let's just hope there's no crocodiles in here. Yeah, I wish the water would be clearer so we can see. Should we go where the water is flowing? The leeches are where it's flowing or where it's still?
What? Okay. Yeah?
What is?
No crocodiles.
I'm this close from a freaking heat stroke, so I'm sketched out, I'm not gonna lie. Just a little bit. Nice. Sir. River beers in Malaysia. Cheers, guys. Tiger. Really good beer, actually. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, time to leave this beautiful oasis and head back into the jungle and continue to sweat our butts off. Guys, I think we got some bad weather coming in. The clouds are not looking good. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here with my friends. Everybody's sitting around the table, drinking. They're grilling some pork. Pork belly.
Pork belly, yes.
With some chili sauce.
This is not Borneo Safari, this is picnic safari.
Picnic safari. And an ice cold tiger. Can't complain, man. This is great. This is awesome. Oh, today was phenomenal.
Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, country road, country road. Yeah.
Good morning, guys. Another beautiful morning. This should be day 6, I think. It rained pretty hard last night. Man, I can't even think straight. I'm freaking exhausted. It's starting to take a toll on me, that's for sure. My whole body itches really, really bad from all the freaking mosquito bites and bug bites and whatever else I have. Definitely the gnats yesterday at the beach or at the river did not help either. Morning, fam.
Morning.
Morning.
How's your night?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Till I woke up.
Huh?
Till I woke up.
Covered in bites.
Oh my god. Bro. Bro.
Yeah, that's normal.
We're pretty much the last ones to leave. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. I think we have 18 kilometers to conquer today, including a couple of obstacles and water crossings and whatnot, probably some broken bridges, and yeah, we're gonna have hundreds of vehicles in front of us. More watata. Ripping, that's cool. It's pretty off camera. Nice. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I think we have a front ring opinion going out. does not sound good. Sound like a chipped tooth, and now it's just like tock, tock, tock. Well, we only have about, 18 more kilometers to the jungle, so nothing to really worry about.
Okay, it's getting worse.
I think now it's really bad.
Yes.
Are you disconnecting?
Tadi pang dia bilang di depan. Ya. It's okay. It's biting. It's confirmed.
It's confirmed?
Yes. It's confirmed the front axle.
Alright, now that he disconnected the front, it seems to be alright. You don't hear it, so it's definitely front ring and pinion. Alright, here we go. Borneo River crossing. Okay, we've arrived in this little village here, and this is where I think the SS is going to be at today, but we only have about an hour until our convoy moves on to the next campgrounds.
Pull off first with an ice cream. Yes, sold.
Give me one too.
Don't even have to look twice.
Cornetto with apple crumbles. It's freaking good. This course is actually pretty cool. It's got a couple hill climbs, a couple of driving mud holes, a couple of winch sections. And it's really, really fast paced, and the whole town can watch. Those guys are booking. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm walking over to another SS. This looks really gnarly. Pretty bad weather coming in, guys. Okay, so the drivers start in the box right there. Next to the tent is a little square box. That's where they start and where they finish. That's where the time is being taken. And they come through here, go through these rocks, turn around, go up that 90-degree wall, turn around, come down that 90-degree wall, and keep going, and then disappear back there. This is a cool SS. That is a 90-degree wall right there with a nasty breakover angle.
Okay, track officer ready? Competitor ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Let the second little rock first. That was some good airtime. The whole front end came up. Need to stay much longer. Okay, here we are on the final race day at Borneo Safari. We're at a really cool SS. The SS starts over there where the car is, and then they come down, go through the river, disappear behind the trees, come back down and have to climb this back up. And this is gonna get shoot. All this is extremely soft. So, and obviously the water is gonna play a big role in it as well. And here we got big ruts and a big dip. Should be a good time. Holy cow, dude, that was some air. Extremely wedged. He's sideways and his entire front half of the body is underneath the log. Now he entirely lost traction. These tires aren't even touching. I never know what to say here, driver's side, passenger side, because it's the other way around.
Yeah.
When I refer to driver's side, I say American driver's side, okay? Even though they're drivers on the other side. Dude, that clutch must be screaming for mercy. Like, he is so wedged in there and still trying to push through it. If the PTO winch plus the diesel can push it forward, you know you're freaking stuck. Yeah! All right, they called it, but they still got to get out.
The recovery team takes their role.
Yeah.
Yes. So every SS there will be compulsory to have medic team, recovery team, and official team.
Yeah.
It's a compulsory. When the 3 team present at the box, then we can start with the SS.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he was just telling me that the car that was champion the last 2 years is also #1 in points right now. This is the guy that we visited at his used auto parts store at the beginning of our trip that had won Borneo Safari 2 years in a row already. So if he wins this year, he is the grand champion, gets to keep the trophy, and that hasn't happened in 15 years or something.
Well, they freaking made it and they broke the lock. So next guy that's coming is gonna have it easy peasy, smooth sailing through there.
Finally.
Yeah.
Right? How many hours?
Yeah, many hours.
Many hours.
Ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Guys, this car is absolutely stunning. So let's do a quick walk around on it. This thing looks like a Defender, but he said he made the body from scratch. So nothing about this is Defender. He made all of this, which is freaking cool. The Defender hood and all, like, he's part of the Land Rover Club of Sabah. Yeah, there's a 8274 hiding behind here as well, which is freaking amazing. Other than that, the wheelbase, he says, is 105. Which is pretty common for around here. And interior, plain and simple. Most electronics are up high. And you see a busted knuckle rear steer shifter here. Freaking amazing window shifter. That's the stuff that we run in the States as well. So shout out to Jake Berkey. You're all the way here in Borneo, Malaysia, which is wild. And then very plain and simple. Front and rear locker, PTO winch, regular winch. Everything is air powered on these cars. Kakai! Nice, dude. That boy can drive. That is the son from Losai Engineering. He drove the Pinky Land Rover at RFC in 2023. So that boy can freaking drive. Okay, so the last day of racing is behind us. Amazing action. Really, really fun day. But we are cooked. It was so brutally hot. So what do we do after a good day of racing? Oh god, this is like little paradise, Okay, the time has come that I finally knock off the last couple of things on my list that Will gave me, and one of them is drive a local's car. And guess what? I'm about to drive a local's car. Elvin has given me the keys to his Land Cruiser. This thing, well, we got tons of footage of it, so here is the car that I'm driving. Check it out. So, we're gonna do that now. They drive on the wrong side or on the other side of the road here, so we're gonna see how that goes, but it'll be alright. Yeah, that is not gonna work, so that's as far back as it goes. Okay, we're doing this or what? You trusting me?
I don't care. We got a whole car around us to save us.
I gotta have you take this over.
So, I'll let you guys know if he's actually gonna be doing it right, because we drive on the same side as Malaysia here, and spend a bunch of time in America, so I know switching over gets interesting quickly.
It's like already weird.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's behind me, by the way.
The reversing camera is kind of working.
Yeah.
Windows. On the right side, bro.
Oh my god. Oh, this was fun.
Alright, here we are. This feels so wrong. Yeah, this thing got some power.
Considering it's on 37s.
Probably slowed down.
I'd say you're probably allowed 80 to 100 around these.
Alright, we made it to the superstore. Right over there. That wasn't half as bad. Bro, we are aliens here. Always cool walking into grocery stores in other countries and seeing what they have and what other people in other countries eat. I have no idea what 90% of this is. Like, what is this? What is that? Fish balls? Fish sticks? French fries. I love it. Like, you walk in the store and it does. It's just, oh no, it does have Coca-Cola products. What is that? Oh no,
absolute stitch up.
Everything's about to fall.
You getting the other one as well?
Yeah. Some lychee drink that is delicious. Look how they eat their oatmeal with mushrooms and egg. Interesting. Toothpaste. You mean cookies?
We call them biscuits.
I know you do. Hot and spicy, barbecue. I do have to say, all of their like ready-to-go coffees, like for camping and stuff, where you literally just throw like a pack into hot water and dissolve it, they are delicious. I don't know what they put in them, but they are super good. Thank you. So all this, 53 ringgit. I'll have to do the math. As this trip comes to an end, I am reminded why I do this. Off-roading for me was never just about the rigs or the obstacles. It's about the people who start as strangers and leave as friends. Extreme experiences and adventures like these make people bond. We all go through the same struggles, the same highs and the same lows, in a place most people will never get to see. A huge thanks goes out to all the organizers, my driver Sam, and every single participant who welcomed me on this adventure. And for you watching, thank you for letting me chase these stories. So now, I've got one question for you. Where should I go next? Drop it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next adventure. Here you go, Will. Even one extra. So, mission complete. Check.